Hey, so I've got 5 things that you can do now if that menopausal transition is causing you loads of upheaval. My name is Tracy Montgomery and I talk about all things menopause, midlife, and all the that goes with it. So, life as we know can be uncertain, and in particular when we are going through the menopause transition, when we hit perimenopause and those hormones start to decline in their effectiveness, that can cause a huge upheaval to how we feel about ourselves and how we deal with what is going on around us. And it can be a total disaster for some. The upheaval itself can be overwhelming. So what can we do to counteract that? Well, the first thing I want you to think about is putting on the brakes. Stop. Say no. So that you have time barriers. You have boundaries that you will adhere to. Now, this does not mean to say that you are going to ditch your responsibilities, and it does not mean to say that it is a no forever. It's a no for now. It's a no so that you can take stock and redress, get yourself sorted, get ready for the next. Two, vary your day. So our days can become monotonous, especially when we are not feeling 100%, when we are not feeling comfortable with ourselves, when we are not sure what we want to do. And it can be a big effort just to get up, get dressed, put the kettle on, and then sit in front of the TV and do nothing or snack all day. We might feel lethargic anyway because of what our hormones are doing. So we want to try and break the monotony of the day. Give yourself a goal per day of something different to do that's going to break that monotony. Now, that can be a bit difficult if we have work because we have to fit that in as a priority. We might not feel like it, but it's something that we need to fit into our day. But we could do something different. Have a bath with essential oils. Have a hot chocolate instead of a cup of tea. Just little things just to vary our day so it doesn't become too monotonous and therefore we don't look forward to doing something different. The next thing, number 3, I'm talking to you now via YouTube, which is going to be viewed on a device. I would challenge you to ditch the devices. We can get lost. We can get lost in social media. We can follow lots of advice on social media that isn't actually conducive to what we want or where we want to go or where we want to be. So, yes, we can get ourselves stuck into the monotony of Googling everything, of following advice on social media. But let's take it as it is. Let's leave it. Let's give ourselves a certain amount of time to stay on our device so that we are not getting ourselves dragged in and lost in just scrolling and finding more and more information, adding to that burden, adding to that overwhelm. Let's stop it. When we've done that, number 4, let's be kind. Be kind to ourselves, be kind to others around us. Just because we are going through a really turbulent time, those hormones, that depletion in that hormonal profile can cause us to overthink, become overwhelmed, become more stressed, become anxious, and to forget about what we need to do, forget about ourselves, forget about others around us. So, be kind. Be kind to those around us. Be kind to ourselves. Let us make sure that we aren't forgetting ourselves and we aren't forgetting those around us. It doesn't mean that we don't forget number 1. we can still say no. Remember, it can be a no for now. Moving on to the be kind, we then need to take care of us, take care of ourselves. Now, this can be really difficult during hormones because the hormones that we are losing are our nurture hormones, those caring hormones. So the one priority person that we're going to forget about is us. We're going to forget to look after ourselves during this time. So there's a number of things we need to remember. One, if you're female, this is going to happen. Two, it's a transition. It's not permanent. It is going to stop at some point. You're going to come out the other side. You may be different, but you are going to come out the other side. The turbulent phase is the perimenopause, when the hormonal profiles are starting to drop off. So it's not permanent. And it's extremely easy to forget that. It's extremely easy to get lost in the turmoil of this stage and all the change that's happening. And it's extremely easy to forget that we still need to eat. We still need to put on some clothes. We still need to sleep. Now, I know the sleeping thing can be a little bit difficult because of those nighttime sweats, because of the hot flashes, because of the anxiety, but we still need to rest. We still need to look after ourselves. If we are more physically able to cope with the stresses, we can get through them a little bit easier and a little bit less tumultuous. Now, remember, our last thing that we're going to think about is our future. We do have a future. Remind yourself that you do have a future. It can be a different future. It's going to be slightly changed, but we do have a future. Focus on what you can do. You can do it in short stages. We don't know how long this transition is going to take. It's different for everybody. Some people, it can be a couple of days. For some, it can be quite a long time. So give yourself little stages. Say my future next week is going to be, my future the week after is going to be. So you've got little stages to look forward to the new you, and it will be a new you. And it doesn't have to be a worse you. It can be a different you. So just to recap, this hormonal upheaval during the perimenopause, as we transition into menopause, is when our hormonal profile becomes depleted. We're going to change. It's inevitable. We are going to change. It does not mean to say that that change is not going to be beneficial and that change is not going to be positive. So if you want to learn more and hear more from me, drop me a message in the comments below and let me know what you would like me to talk about during your perimenopause transition on into menopause, and let's make it a rock and roll time. I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.